Hey everyone, welcome back to my Ordomo. Haven't posted in a while, but we're back. Whole roasted chicken today. Simple. I'm gonna add these other veggies just so I can have something to eat my chicken with, but you don't need all this stuff. You really only need garlic, thyme, and lemon, and it comes out perfect. I'm gonna add butter just because I feel like it tastes a little bit better with butter than with oil. You can use whatever you got on hand. Zest half the lemon, and this is to get some aroma all over the bird so it smells nice and lemony. And you don't want to use that much because the more you cook the zest, the more bitter it becomes. Slice your lemon just so you can stuff the bird with, and you kind of give the bird somewhere to sit on. Do some chopped garlic, some chopped thyme, and you're gonna mix all this stuff with your butter and kind of just make like a little compound butter, it's called. And you're going to spread this all over the bird. Next, I'm going to grab some whole garlic cloves, just crush them up so I can stuff the bird with, give it that much more aroma. You want it to taste good, you want it to smell good, and that's half your battle right there. Look, we're almost done. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my butter, I'm going to take garlic, thyme, a little bit of salt and pepper, and the lemon zest, and just mix it all up. Mix it really good so you can rub the bird all over with all this butter, all this flavor that you just built up. Now to get your bird ready, let's take off any excess fat. That yellow stuff that you're seeing that I'm taking off with right now is excess fat. You don't want that. Everything else, skin, is keeping your bird nice and moist, but this is really doing nothing for flavor, and it's going to look ugly if you leave it on. So just go ahead and take that stuff off. And any giblets, anything that you see in the bird, you can either take out or leave in. I leave it in because I end up using it for my sauce. All the juice that comes off this bird, I turn it into a sauce. So that helps add flavor to my sauce. And I'm going to salt the cavity. Inside the bird is called the cavity. And make sure you go heavy with salt. Because while this bird is roasting, juices are going to be coming off, and you don't want your bird to come out bland. So salt everywhere, as much as you can inside this bird. Trust me, it's really hard to go overboard with salt on this stuff. So just get it everywhere. I lift the skin up, I get some in there, on the breast, all around, as much as I can. Salt, pepper, and you should be good. I add a couple garlic cloves there at the end, and we're rocking. We're almost done. Here we go. These veggies that I had cut up, just carrots, onion, and celery. I'm going to throw a little bit into the cavity of the bird, and it's going to give it that much more flavor, keep it from drying out. But you really don't need them. The lemon and garlic will be more than enough. And I'm just doing this I'm going to eat this stuff, so I want it to taste as good as I can. I stuff it with some lemon slices. And the rest of that stuff that's chopped up, that's what I'm going to be eating. That stuff I'm going to pretty much just throw out after. But it's edible. I mean, you can eat it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to. Here we go. I'm lining the bottom of my roasting pan with onion, carrots, celery, lemons, thyme, and garlic. Add a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. And that's what I'm going to be having with my chicken. So my chicken is also going to be sitting on that so it doesn't burn on the bottom of the pan. This is the secret. That string, it's called butcher's twine. This is a kitchen secret, I guess, where, at my house, I don't normally do it, but I want this to come out as best tasting as possible. And that butcher's twine, we're going to have to tie up this bird so it looks nice and pretty, and at the same time, it helps the chicken cook as evenly as possible. It keeps it nice and compact. I'm going to tie it up right after I'm done rubbing all this butter all over the bird. I'm going to salt again on top and everywhere, but this is it. This is where you build that layer of flavor on top of the bird, make it look nice and pretty on top, and at the same time, who doesn't love butter? So just rub it everywhere. Rub it as much as you can. Keep it on there. Some of it's going to fall off. Just throw it back on top. And here we go. Salt and pepper all over. And go heavy. Again, remember, it's really hard to oversalt these whole roasted chickens, just because it's so much chicken, and your the juices, when they come off, it takes some of the salt away anyway. So just trust yourself, it'll come out good, and just season heavily. And I think we're ready to tie it up. This is the secret to any whole roasted chicken. It's called butcher's twine. And really all it does is it helps keep the bird nice and compact, cook evenly, and that's what makes it taste so good, because if it cooks evenly, you don't have a dried out breast when your leg and thigh are barely cooking, you know what I mean? So it also helps it look really nice for like those pictures, or if you want to present it at a table, it ends up looking really good, keeps it nice and tight. And there's a saying in the kitchen that, you eat with your eyes first. So if it looks good, it's most likely going to taste good. It's looks appetizing and stuff like that. So this really only takes a minute. I haven't done this in a while, as you can tell. I'm struggling with it, but it's fine. Once you do one or two of these, I haven't done these in a while, so that's why I was struggling. But once you do one, two of these, you're going to be a pro at it. It's so simple, and it's so worth it. I go up over the breast and the wings, tie that off first, and make sure the skin is well over the breast. That keeps it from drying out as well. So just make sure the skin is nice and tight over the breast, so you can tie the string over it. And that's pretty much it. It's not going to take a really long time. After you have a whole roasted chicken, it's so versatile. You can do so much with it. You could pull it, make sandwiches, enchiladas, whatever you want to do with it. I mean, that's one of the benefits of having a whole roasted chicken, that after, you cook it, you can do anything with it pretty much. And it's tasty. I mean, it's a lot better roasting it with the bone, because you get so much more flavor than just cooking chicken breast, chicken thigh. It's just, it tastes a lot better. You get more flavor, which, I mean, this stuff's for you. So you make this, you're going to eat this. Make sure it tastes good. Make sure it tastes as good as you want it to taste. And there you go. Now I'm just seasoning up the back of it, rubbing a little bit more of that compound butter on there. And I'm going to get this into my roasting pan. But what I didn't like is these wingtips usually they keep the bird from caramelizing if they're on top there. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to tuck them to the back. Make sure they tuck and stay back there, because sometimes they slip and come back up on top of the breast. Get this onto your roasting pan, and you're going to have a beautiful bird in about an hour. I would always say start at 400 degrees and then bring it back down to 350. Check with the thermometer is the best way. But once your juices run clear, then your bird is also done. Some places might not be cooked. So I always say it's ideal to check with the thermometer, and there you have it. A nice whole roasted chicken. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and please try to cook more at home this year. Happy New Year. Oh my God, I couldn't wait. I had to take off the leg. So damn good. Beautiful.